Hello, this is Austin. I don't know if this is really a treat. Austin from Trigames and I'm presenting Mortal Kombat for the SNES. A terrible game. I've got the microphone bob kind of floating here because I don't want to do that. Hurts when I'm wearing my glasses. I don't need that right now. So it's floating. Because See, I don't want to trigger the microphone. So anyway, this was a piece of shit. And I'm just taking you through why it's a piece of shit. Sculptured Software did the port for the Super Nintendo version. Probe handled every other port. Now, I know the big thing that everyone talks about is, oh, there's no blood, there's no gore, blah, 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 blah. Granted, that was the thing that made Mortal Kombat splash onto the scene as much as it did. See, that's a basic combo that should work, by the way. But, you know, and I'm not going to say that it was the best playing game out there. I mean, the mechanics were eh. I mean, the juggling was something. But it wasn't as stilted as this version makes it out to be. At all. It was more fluid than... Shit. It was... I'm gonna lose this match. It was much more fluid than this game is. See, there's a pause that happens when you connect with a jump kick that makes it really difficult to follow it up with a juggle special move. I'm gonna turn the difficulty to very easy. And so you can see the difficulty in trying to pull off a jump kick into anything combo. The only ones that I've ever gotten to work are Liu Kang's jump kick into flying kick. When you hit them with the very tip of your toe, and you hit them very late in the jump kick, so that by the time you land, you're still given enough time to kind of pull off the move. The other one is Kano's little Blanca roll thing that he does, excuse me, when you're in the corner. Or when you have cornered them, and you're close enough to just kind of pull it off. But it's really something, this game. Yeah. The input lag also doesn't help matters. I'm going to show you if I can win this round, or I should say this match, with Scorpion's... That's also a basic combo that should work, but, you know, anyway. With Scorpion's Fatality, it's up-up. Traditionally in the arcade, you would jump and do it, or you would hold block and do it. Because, you didn't want Scorpion to end up jumping while you were doing the up-up. The input lag is so bad in this version that I can tap up-up as many times as I want, and he won't jump, and he'll just pull out the Fatality without jumping or needing you to block. So I guess that's a feature? I don't know? I guess? Feature? Anyway. So let's see if I can show you guys the controller as I try to pull this off, okay?
Scorpion wins.
Yeah, I told you. It's like... In a fighting game, if you tap, you expect them to act. It needs to be, responsive, and that just doesn't happen here. It's like the Genesis version wasn't all that great either, but at least it felt a little bit more fluid than this. And I don't know how the Super Nintendo version... I don't know what they did, but they got the graphics right. They got the music right. In this stage particularly, the Genesis version... The PC version, which was arcade perfect in every other respect, and the portable versions, the music, well, except for the Game Boy version, absolute horse shit. They got the music for this stage wrong, like completely not what it's supposed to be. So I don't know what happened there, but Sculptured Software just couldn't get the gameplay right, and never mind the... Okay, so Gray Sweat, that's stupid. I throw a spear at you and, like, you bleed sweat. And it doesn't sound like a spearhead cutting through flesh and bone. It sounds like a pile driver outside. So that sound effect is off, and it doesn't sound as violent. But, you know, if they gotten the gameplay right, I would have been satisfied with it. As a child, you know, I fooled myself into thinking that some things were a lot better than they were. That was never the case for this. That's how bad this was for me. Like, I was like, I can't, this feels so janky. And it only got worse when I did end up buying the PC version. I was like, what was I doing with myself? Like, no thank you. I'll try to get to the pit and show you what's down there. If you remember, back in the day, there were heads and bodies and stuff like littering the pit. I'll show you what goodies they have for you now. Oh, I'm too far away. Not gonna work. But yeah, this game was a mess. It was test your mind. If you saw a screenshot, you knew that you were getting the right version. Then when you realize that Nintendo censored it, maybe it's not that great. I bought this for the blood and the gore, but as long as it plays right. Then you play it. And if you were the type of person who played Mortal Kombat and knew how it worked, instead of the type of person who played it because, ooh, look, blood, you would instantly see, like, why is it so janky? Why does it feel so cookie cutter? Why, when I press right on the D-pad, is he not, moving? I mean, I'll show you right now in this next round. I'm gonna try to move back. I'm gonna tap back to move back. Nothing. See? Nothing. It's just I don't understand how they, I don't understand who QA'd this and how, like, they kind of looked at the Genesis and you know what, maybe they saw it and they're like, you know what, the SNES version is going to be dog shit anyways because we don't have blood, but we gotta sell it and put something out, so let's just at least make it look good. So I don't know. Oh shit. Uppercut, 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 up. Of course not. You don't need to see the shady fatalities, and the Sub-Zeros and Raidens were actually decent compromises. I did think that they were innovative. The Sub-Zeros did make it into Mortal Kombat 2. But Kano's and Johnny Cage's were absolute... Like, oh, instead of punching your head off, I'm going to kick you with the blade of my foot in your spleen. Ah! Or, Kano, I'm not going to rip your heart out. In fact, the way that it looks, I'm not even going to put my fist into your chest. I'm just gonna, like, do this bit, like the touch of death or something. You can go on YouTube. You can see those fatalities. They're awful compromises. Liu Kang's was always lame. Scorpions and Sonya's didn't change. They still burnt you up and burnt you up good, so that's fine. I'm going to show you a glitch with Sub-Zero. So the story behind this is that his ice ball does 1 pixel of damage. When you get someone down to their last pixel of health and you freeze them, that ends the round, but they're kind of in that frozen state. And so when the round ends and they're frozen, while you're in your victory pose, they kind of melt out. And this results in some kind of funny glitch with Sub-Zero's fatality where you freeze them with the ice ball and initiate the fatality mode, and then you pull off the fatality, and then they suddenly come back to life. I can't remember where I read this from, or where I learned the trick. Ah. Damn it. Damn, I'm trying to... Okay, so I'm gonna... Fuck. Alright. So I don't know where I learned the trick, but if you notice... I don't know if it's gonna come through in the video, if the resolution's high enough, but, like, I just took a tick off of his life bar. And that's something I never knew until I read about that trick. And eventually I'm gonna whittle him down so that he loses a round while he's frozen. I think about 2 more should do it. I think I have enough time to pull this off. Just one more. Just one more. Hopefully I don't screw up the fatality. There we go. There we go. Oh, he's still alive. Look at that. The best thing about this game, that glitch.
Wins.
This is Mortal Kombat for the Super NES. Yeah? So, just as a kind of treat, and I will do a quick and dirty of the SNES version of Mortal Kombat 2, which was amazing. But I'll give you a little preview of that to see how much better that was than this piece of shit.
Round 1. Fight. Come here! Scorpion wins. Round 2. Fight. Superb. Superb. Come here! Finish it. Scorpion wins. Fatality.